Hello the internet. This is my first time in my new desk setup. I have moved around my office once again. Basically, it just wasn't right. Like, it was too messy to work on the computer, but it was too busy and full of computer things to work creatively. So I've set up a little corner desk in the far corner of the room on a desk that's literally, it's 80 centimeters wide, 8 centimeters deep, and it's just big enough for what I need to work on the computer. And then I've got this space which is now like set up for filming. Got another built inside over here that has my animation light disc, so that when I'm working traditionally I can work on that. So this is the new location. This is not necessary, this might be necessary. It's Tuesday. Yesterday I was in London. I went to Wellington Barracks, which was very exciting. I went to a talk with one of my clients to get an idea of the kind of thing that she is doing in her presentations that she's giving, and I'm doing some videos that will be used to assist her presentations. So I am going to jump straight in and go through and plan the week. Last week I didn't plan anything. I basically didn't do anything last week because it was my birthday. It was my birthday. So I sort of ended up taking the week off holiday, which was great fun for me. I have forgotten, I think, about 90% of my planning materials. I've left them in the other room, but that's okay because I don't need everything. I just need the few little bits that I'm using. So the first thing I'm gonna do is write out my timetable, and then I will come back and talk through the rest of what I will be doing. So off we go. Okay, so what we've got is purple is time that's already gone, so I'm giving myself until 3 o'clock today to finish planning, editing and everything. I've blocked out in the light brown time that I can sort of spend doing stuff that is like free time. Technically that time will be spent, like, so if I'm at CrossFit 5:30 to 6:30 and I need to be in town at 7:30, probably that time will be spent either having a shower at the gym, or like I'll sit and do some scribbling or some writing or something before I head into town for 7:30. So technically that's not really free time, but I just wanted to include time that's like not work scheduled. So essentially I've got 3.5 days, 1, 2, 3, and a few hours in the evening here to get some work done. So I've got, my system basically consists of, I have a monthly level to do, then I set up weekly level to do's, and then I transfer the weekly level into the day level. So by the time I get to my daily level to-do list, I've written the same information out once on a monthly level, once on a weekly level as like an overwhelming to-do, once on a weekly level as a prioritization exercise, because I'm very bad at prioritizing and I'm very bad at knowing what to do next. And then once in the to-do list. So I write the same information out 4 times so that I clarify it, so that when I'm then sitting down to actually work, all of the thinking, it's been thunk. It has been thunk to completion. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to cross off everything that has been now done on the monthly level, and then I'll go through and make my weekly level to-do list. So here we go. It occurred to me that I was spending quite a lot of time in general, like writing out these extra boxes like this, when actually I've got 7 categories here already that I can use. So I've made my life easier and I've just done that. I am going to go through now and I'm going to write out the sort of must be done this week or would like to be done this week level work as a whole, and then I will do the next step after that. But you'll see when we get there. Okay, here we go. So I've written down basically everything that I would like to do. I think that it is too much to do in 1 week, because I've got 3.5 work days left this week. So I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Days are hard. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and half of today. 3.5 days. I will probably work either Saturday or Sunday. Michael is studying for some exams, so I will try and get us to do some work together. It's really beautiful weather, so if it's nice weather at the weekend, maybe we can go and sit somewhere and do it together, whether it's in the garden or like in a coffee shop in town. That'd be really nice if he's just doing some reading, so I can plan into my weekend. Not a lot, just like 4 or 5 hours of something that I can do, not at a desk, but like on a sofa or on a bench or in a park or something. So to figure out how I'm gonna prioritize everything, what I do is what I had success with. What I do, the one time I've done it, I've been trying to use the Eisenhower matrix for a long time. It's never really worked for me, but I've decided that if I give the topics names that are more based on like a feeling rather than like a structure, it seems to work a bit better for me. So I've got must, should, need, and want. So like, I must do this, I should do it, I really need to do it, and like, I want to do it. So that's not to say that what I want is the least important, because honestly sometimes what I want is so at the forefront of my brain that I can't stop thinking about it. So sometimes it's worth it to get some of this done just to clear it out. But I'm going to write out this grid, and then I'm going to populate this grid with some of these things and see how I can justify everything. So here we go. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to group them. I executed my colours too early. I should have saved the colours, because my plan now should have been to go through and like mark them. I've got space next to them, so I'll mark everything with different colours. So I'll group everything into different topics. So like everything that is like emailing people, that will be one topic. Everything, just so I'll basically comp things into things that I can comfortably do within one sort of brain function. And then I will think about when I can actually realistically fit all of these things in. So let's go. So what I've done is I've gone through everything that I look how nice it was when I actually decorated it. Like I did 3 days of decorating it, and then I trailed off. And then it was my birthday week, so I did nothing. So now we are, where are we? We're here, Tuesday. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write out, so these lists have been written out here, they've been written out here, they've been written out here, so this is the 3rd time. I'm going to write out these lists for the 4th and final time, and I'm going to transfer them onto the day level so that I don't have to search for the information when I am looking on my to-do list for the day. I think there must be a more efficient way of doing it this way, but in terms of the actual processing, the step-by-step processing of how I make the decisions, because it's not as simple as this is my to-do list, I'm just going to work from the top down, because I've got different clients and I've got different time requirements and I've got different like bits and pieces that can be done or not done. So I'm going to speed through writing these out. I might not film it. I will film it because I just will. But I'm going to speed through writing these out. And then that should be it. It's fine. We make it work. Okay, let's go. So I think that is a relatively decent sort of to-do list. I now unfortunately have stuff to do and I've only got half an hour. So if I decorate it, I'll do it in the evenings. I'll do it on my own time. I will make it something that is an activity that I do for me. I'm very excited. Okay, so yes, the system seems to be working. I'm gonna see this week how much of this I can actually work through, and I promise I will check in next Monday. Monday is the 23rd, so I think I don't think I have anything planned for that Monday. I might need to go back to London, but I've been 2 weeks in a row, so I might not go. I might push that for the following Monday. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop faffing. I'm just going to go and make a start on my to-do list. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye, the internet. Bye.